Jump in. Can we just talk about the generational whiplash out here? I'm Gen X. I grew up in a world where if you missed a TV show, you missed it. You had to wait a whole year and pray to the Lord Most High that CBS would air a rerun. Gen Z misses a TikTok and it's like, no worries, it's saved in 3 different playlists, backed up to the cloud, and tattooed on someone's thigh in a holographic ink. When I was a kid, if your mom wanted to embarrass you, she yelled out your middle name in front of your whole entire friend group. Now, Gen Z moms are making dance reels with their kids and adding captions like, POV, you caught me vibe checking at your school pickup line. Like, ma'am, what? And don't even get me started on Bible apps. I had a real leather Bible that doubled as a weapon, heavy. And if someone was acting up in youth group, that sort of the spirit could physically knock sense into you. Now y'all got it in dark mode with audio narration by Snoop Dogg. Hey fam, it's your favorite non-boomer boomer back again. Technically, I'm Gen X, the forgotten middle child of generations. We're the reason cassette tapes still exist in a few glove compartments. And we remember when you had to rewind a movie before returning it. Be kind, rewind. Anyone? No? Okay. But apparently, if you have back pain, prefer a side part, or say Facebook without irony, you're a boomer now. So fine, I'll take it. Just don't ask me to understand why you guys still think mullet now is cool, or you end every sentence with, for real, no cap. I'm just still trying to figure out what cap is. Anyway, today's story, it's about a guy named Zacchaeus, real short king, literally short king. Rich dude, not loved, definitely not followed on Insta, and Jesus goes to his house? Really? Yeah. Well, let's read.
Boomer reads the Bible. Gen Z translation. Breaking barriers, building bridges, that's the foundation. Boomer reads the Bible. Gen Z translation.
Jesus passed through Jericho where Zacchaeus lived. Now Zacchaeus had done everyone dirty and retired early, and he became that unemployed friend on a Wednesday. When he heard Holy Bro was passing by, he wanted to see what all that fuss was about, but he couldn't for he was short. But he couldn't for he was a short. Suddenly, Bro had golden retriever energy for Jesus. What in the world is golden retriever energy? I mean, if you're going to be a dog, why couldn't you be like something else? Golden retriever energy? I got an Australian shepherd. That dude has some energy, but golden retriever? Never mind. You guys are messed up in your language. I'll digress. Where was I at? So he climbed a tree just to see him. Jesus was here for it, and he said, Ayo, let's vibe tonight. Zacchaeus was down, and he said, less. And he said, say less. Okay. Zacchaeus was down and said, say less. But the people who he defrauded said, bruh, it's giving unfair, for this man has been an op. So Zacchaeus entered his redemption era and said, chat, here's a quarter for all my stuff. Double it and give it to the next person. And if I had stolen anything from anyone, behold, I will use girl math and restore it back to them 4 times. All right, someone in the chat's going to have to explain this to me. Someone needs to comment and explain this girl math. I know this word, that sounds sus. What does girl math mean? Someone please in the comments explain girl math to me, because I really need to understand this, because that sounds a little sexist, but I'm the boomer here. I'll move on. And Jesus said, that's what's up. The man passes the vibe check. For my salvation is rated E for everyone. EA Sports. It's in the game. That's it. All right, here's the thing. The story of Zacchaeus isn't just about a vertically challenged tax guy trying to climb a tree to see Jesus. It's about being seen by Jesus. Zacchaeus was the kind of guy that most people had written off. He wasn't just unpopular, he was hated. Kind of like the guy who repossesses your car, shows up at your kid's birthday party. That's kind of the vibe. But Jesus didn't cancel him. He called him by name. In a world where people get blocked, ghosted, and unfollowed for breathing the wrong way, Jesus walks up to the most unpopular guy in the city and says, Hey, I'm coming to your house today. This story reminds us no one is too far gone, too messed up, too hated, or too weird for grace. Jesus didn't wait for Zacchaeus to fix his issues first. He showed up, and that's what changed Zacchaeus. Maybe today you feel a little unseen, or maybe like you're the one everyone avoids. Jesus sees you, not the curated version of you, the real you. And he's not just tolerating you, he's inviting himself into your world. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Boomer Reads the Bible, where your older friend here translates ancient truth into modern madness. Well, don't forget to drop a comment, preferably in complete sentences, and tag your friends who still say YOLO or think TikTok is a breath mint. Hit follow and share it if it made you think or laugh. And remember, whether you're Gen Z or Gen Alpha, Gen X, or a millennial who still thinks they're the main character, grace is for all of us. And for real, if you can explain any of that stuff that I didn't understand, please, I beg of you, drop it in the comments. I really want to understand, especially girl math. What is girl math? Come on.